Hello, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good day. We have so many different time zones here. It's absolutely amazing. It is such an honor to be here. My name is Edwina Nasserdeen. As you saw, good morning, Mona. I'm loving the chat. I'm seeing a bunch of people that I know. I love it. It is such an honor to be here. First off, thank you for being so transparent. This is exactly how we work here at Rise Up For You is authenticity. This is a safe place. So we are really, really grateful that you're being honest and really sharing with us challenges, because it's not only going to help us, but then it's going to help you, because we're going to be able to, again, modify and pivot accordingly to make sure that we can support you. I get interviews, but not sure why they're not moving forward. Got it. Career change, seeing lots of imposter syndrome, lots of confidence. And we work with organizations and individuals around the world to enhance company culture, enhance leadership, and really optimize potential through what I think are the most important skills in the world. And that is the human skills, the soft skills. Everything that's being written in this chat is all equated to soft skills. The ability to have social and emotional intelligence, the ability to have leadership, to have confidence, imposter syndrome, to break that, the ability to communicate effectively, the ability to have posture and presence, nonverbal communication, critical thinking. All of these things are soft skills. And I'm sure we can all agree that the top challenges today, not just in the workplace, okay, but also in our homes, in our community, and in the world, all come down to human aspects that unfortunately we just don't spend enough time with. Understanding some of the challenges that women go through around the world. And it is an initiative for us to help support women elevate in their leadership, to bridge the gap, right? To bridge the gap. So we know that from research that when women enter the workplace, that it's usually about 49, 51%. But as they climb the career ladder, that shifts and men continue to climb. And we only see about 17% of women that are actually climbing up. So drastically, once they move up through leadership, that percentage changes, even though they're coming in at the same rate on an entry level as men. Right? So we're here to help support that. And we're here to help provide those strategies and those tools.
I love your analogy of me being in the trenches with the data. I think that's a very good analogy. But for me, it is about bringing evidence to the table and actually helping people to quantify the value of women and to really make sure we communicate that, you know, the societal norm is biased towards men and against women. So that is a fact. It's not a prejudice. It's not something that can be debated. It is absolutely fact.
They released some research just a few months back on LinkedIn about how even recruiters on LinkedIn, female and male, okay, even though there was an even amount of male and female candidates, recruiters went towards male profiles more than women profiles, even the women recruiters, right? So just having that bias again towards men and obviously different perceptions towards women. So, I mean, we know that unfortunately things aren't just going to change tomorrow, that there's incremental change that happens within institutions around diversity, equity, and inclusion, access and belonging, with around women in leadership. And we can't wait 20 to 30 years for that change to occur. So in your professional opinion and doing this great work, what are some of the skills women can start to implement now to take ownership and to take lead of their life while we continue to work through this larger institutional and systemic change that we need to see?
Yeah, so it's a great question. It's the $10 million question, really. I think, you know, what I've tried to learn from are the basics of psychology, which Nada, you are very proficient in, and your team. The basics are all about self-awareness. And I think this lies at the heart of strengthening all these aspects that I've seen appear in the chat, you know, things like self-confidence, things like worrying about imposter syndrome. It all begins with you knowing who you are. I believe that, you know, you really need to evaluate what are your own super strengths. We all tend to undervalue our super strengths because they come naturally. So sometimes we're not aware of them, but you can understand strengths from other women. So one of the first steps is to look around you and decide almost which parts of leaders, women, colleagues that you admire. And to almost create that composite picture of what is it that I love? What is it I'm trying to engender in myself? So the first step is really about being inspired. What is the thing that you want to model yourself on? And there are lots of, like, I mean, that's what the book is about, role models, the films. You can look and see all these incredible women and what they do. The second step is really to know yourself. So this self-awareness, incredibly important. How do you do that? How do you become objective about who you are and what you do?